Hey, what's up guys, it's Wild Rocky, and I'm going to be predicting day number 39 of the NHL season. There was only one game yesterday, so there's a big slate today on a big Saturday. 15 games today, it's going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to get into it. So I'm not going to waste your time because there's going to be a lot of games to go over here. So get straight into it, but before we get into the video, please don't like, subscribe if you guys do enjoy it all. Now, let's get to it. All right, the first game I'm going to go over is going to be the Anaheim Ducks versus the St. Louis Blues. I do think the Blues are going to win this game. The Ducks have not been good at all, have not won a regulation game all season, which is not good. They're just very, very bad for some reason. Goaltending for Gibson is not good as well. But the Blues had a really good beginning, really bad middle, and a really good ending right now. So they're playing very good right now. And can they keep it up? As they should. They should beat this team, and I think they will beat the Ducks 4-2 on home ice. Up next is going to be the Chicago Blackhawks versus the Boston Bruins. Bruins are the best team in the NHL right now. Absolutely rolling. They do not lose any games. I don't know how. They have everything going for them right now. Defense, offense, goaltending, literally everything against a weak opponent in the Chicago Blackhawks. So obviously this might be like a little trap game for the Bruins, but every time I say they lose, they win. So I'm not gonna stick with that though. So if they lose this time while I pick the Bruins, I'm sorry, Bruins fans. I'll never pick you guys to win again. But today I do think the Bruins are gonna win this game 5-2. Up next is going to be the Buffalo Sabres versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sabres have been absolutely horrible. 7 games in a row they've lost. And hey, we saw it coming. They were very, very hot at the beginning of the year. And we all expected this to happen because they do every single year. They have a really good year in the beginning. First 10 games, they pop off. And then they fall off. And that's exactly what's happening again. So I don't really know what to say. But I think they're going to end the losing streak. I know they're against a very good Maple Leafs team. But I feel like the Leafs just lose these type of games. I don't know why. Sabres, they're not a bad team, but they're just not playing the greatest right now. But Leafs, they lose these type of games somehow. And I do think it's going to happen again, even though they're on home ice. I think the Sabres win this game 5-3. Up next is the Calgary Flames versus the Florida Panthers. They had a huge trade in the offseason. Tkachuk, Huberdeau. It's going to be a very fun one to watch. It is in Florida. So I do think the Florida Panthers are the better team right now. And I do think they are going to win this game 4-2 on home ice, but it's going to be a good game to watch. Up next is going to be the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Minnesota Wild. Wild have been absolutely horrible. Penguins just beat them recently, and they just don't look good, man. They can't really score that much. The goaltending's not there. Defense is not there. It's just not looking good right now for Minnesota. I know they're on home ice again, but that has not meant anything recently. It's been honestly worse that they've been on home ice, and they're against a very good Hurricane team. And I do think they lose again. I think the Hurricanes win this game in Minnesota 4-3 in overtime. Up next is the Colorado Avalanche versus the Washington Capitals. Kemper is playing his previous team that he just won a Stanley Cup with. And it's in Washington though, so it's not in Colorado. But I do think Colorado's the way better team. And Capitals are going to... I think the Capitals do bad here. I think Avalanche are going to light up Kemper. If he is playing, I'm guessing he's going to play. I think the Avalanche win this game 5-2. Up next is the Detroit Red Wings versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets have been actually pretty good recently. They've been scoring a lot of goals and they've been winning some games. The Red Wings, they also just put up a 7 bomb on the Sharks, I'm pretty sure. So both teams are scoring a lot right now, but I think this game is going to be a little defensive. And I think the Wings are going to win this game 4-2. Up next is the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Winnipeg Jets. Penguins have not been very good recently. They did just win their last game, so they need to get some wins in a row to get back in the Metro. They're coming back a little, but they need to win this game against the Jets. Jets are very good right now. They're playing very good hockey, and Hellebuyck is unreal. I want to say the Winnipeg Jets win this game, but my heart is Pittsburgh. I think we're going to win this game, but I would not be surprised if Hellebuyck just stops us, honestly, as a shutout or something, because that's just what the Penguins do. But I think the Penguins are going to win this game 5-2. Up next is the New York Islanders versus the Dallas Stars. It is in Dallas. And this is going to be a good game to watch, honestly. I do not think there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. I think Sorokin and Ottinger are going to play 2 top 5 goalies in the NHL, maybe even top 3. And I think it's going to be a goalie battle. I would not be surprised if it's 0-0 going into a shootout. I would not be surprised. But I do think the final score is going to be 2-1 to the Stars in overtime. Up next is the Los Angeles Kings versus the Seattle Kraken. Kraken have been pretty damn good recently, and the Kings have been getting better. They've been very consistent recently in their games. But I think it's gonna be an easy win for the Kings. I don't know why. Kraken have been good, especially on home ice. But I just think the Kings are gonna be too strong and win this game 4-1. Up next is the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Montreal Canadiens. Flyers have been absolutely horrible recently. Carter Hart has not been his greatest, and it's just the defense in front of him. The defense is good in front of him. He pops off and saves a lot of pucks, but it has not been happening recently. Same with the Canadiens. They're hit or miss. We don't know what kind of Canadian team we're gonna get. They did just get smacked the last game they played, but now they're on home ice. And I think they do win this game. I know Flyers. Both these teams have not been the greatest, but I do think the Canadiens are going to be better, faster, and just more energetic this game. And I think the Canadiens win this game 5-2. Up next is the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Nashville Predators. This is going to be a good game. It is in Nashville. Tough place to play. Predators have been winning some close games recently, and they finally did score the puck in their last game. So, can they do it again against the Tampa Bay Lightning? And I say no. Vasilevsky played very good his last game. I'm guessing he's going to play again. He's just going to keep that consistency. The Lightning are going to smack the Predators on home ice 5-1. Up next is the New Jersey Devils versus the Ottawa Senators. Devils are on an 11-game winning streak. Unreal. But they're going to a hard place to play in Ottawa. Even though Ottawa has not been the greatest, but I think the Senators end the Devils winning streak here. I think this is a reasonable thing to say here. I think the Senators win this game 5-3 on home ice. Up next is the New York Rangers versus the San Jose Sharks. It is in San Jose. San Jose has not been a good team. Carlson has been carrying this team. Basically, they've been very, very good. He has. But the Rangers, they've been mediocre. They've been very mediocre. Have not been scoring the puck that much. And I think the Sharks has been pretty solid. Honestly, overall, Rangers have been very kind of disappointing. But obviously, they've still been pretty good. And they're still in a playoff position here. So I do think they keep that up, and they're going to beat the Sharks 4-1 in San Jose. And the last game of the night, guys, is going to be the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Edmonton Oilers. This is going to be a very good game to watch. Knights have been very, very good. Oilers have been hit or miss. We don't know who's in net. I'm guessing Skinner's in net because they need to win this game. The Oilers do against a very tough division rival in the Knights. Knights have been very, very good. But I do think the Oilers are going to win this game 5-3 on home ice. I just think their team, it's just going to be home ice advantage, in my opinion. All right, guys, that is going to be this video. There's going to be a lot of games today. I cannot wait. Make sure to comment down below the favorite game that you're excited to watch today and all your opinions as well for your predictions today. But thank you for watching. Much love. Subscribe, motherfuckers.